Wow. Nature. Hello everybody, my name is Jaden Soho and welcome to the second race of the S7 Cup Series. We bring you live color and pictures from Phoenix, Arizona, the lovely, the wonderful, the desert of Phoenix, Arizona. Today these drivers will have to battle the heat and the low banking that ISM Raceway provides. A very challenging racetrack. We saw some drivers just not have the speed as they usually would in practice or in qualifying. But as with any race, today we have some more new storylines. As you might have seen on Instagram, there it is, the number 2 of Ryan Ramirez gets to wear that lovely badge of honor, the first winner of the S7 Cup Series, and new sponsor Monster Energy joins the S7 Motorsports group. But he is not the only one sponsored by Monster Energy, as... Come on, let's change. Come on, there you go. Their number 72 of Danielle Rosales also will don the pink and white Monster Energy colors, painted by the absolutely wonderfully skilled J&J Customs right next to her. Jose Estala and I forgot the other guy's name. I'm so sorry. But they agreed to paint the car, and hopefully they keep it clean. And there it is. The number 7 of J Soho will be donning the colors of Converse and New Era in a new era of sponsorship for the S7 Cup Series. See what I did there? I'm fucking hilarious. But anyways, let's get this thing started and take a trackside for the most famous words in motorsports.
Drivers, start your engines!
At least he said drivers this time. Fuck, man. Alright, now that we got the engines fired up, let's take a look at your starting lineup. Up front, it's the complete inverse of the Nashville race. Billy the Pop-Up Mac barely beats the number 76 of Cyril Valenti, and behind them, it is a complete Racew Racing lockout with Nicholas Quinley and Casey the Beast O'Malley. In row number 3, it's going to be the 20 of Robin Hale, and to his outside, Henry Dunn in the number 11. Behind them in row 4, the number 5 of Bob Quinley, and to his outside, that freshly painted number 2 of Ryan Ramirez, coming off his win at Daytona. Row number 5 belongs to the number 1 of Jared Evans in that Yamaha drums machine. To his outside, Sidney Forsman, coming off a pretty decent finish at Daytona, looking to carry the momentum here at Phoenix. Behind them in row number 6, it's Nathan Stone and the 00 of Rob the Scallion Dines. In row number 7, it's the Donut, the Elator, the number 17 of Eric Perez, and to his outside, the number 8 of Ray Moore. In row 8, it is the number 4 of Berger, Mr. Berger. I said Berger, okay. And to his outside, the number 7 of Jay Soho, looking to redeem himself after finishing dead last and only earning 5 points at Daytona last week. In row number 9, it's the 21 of Jose Estala, and to his outside, the car his team painted, the number 72 of Danielle Rosales in that Monster Energy machine. In row 10, the number 16 of Zazie, coming off a runner-up finish at Daytona, a real heartbreaker for him, and to his outside, Swift to Quill, I think. I'm working on it, Swift, I'm sorry. And rounding out the field, it's the number 13 of Mark Dunn, very frustrated with his qualifying performance. Let's see if he can make up for it in the race. Alright, as the field gets ready to go green, let's take a look at your race facts. 47 laps around this low bank trioval, I think it's called. And we will race back to the line for cautions. That'll be the rule for every short track race. And it is the start of our West Coast swing. Next week we will go to Las Vegas, and then we'll be back in the East Coast in time for Talladega. But Billy the Papa Mac will lead him to green, and we're racing in the desert. I like dessert. I'm sorry. Billy the Papa Mac will lead lap 1 over Cyril Valenti as they pull away from the 45 of Nicholas Quinley and his teammate, the number 40 of Casey O'Malley. Meanwhile, Robin Hale trying to go for all of the marbles on O'Malley with Henry Dunn in tow, as you see back there. We saw these two, well, not really saw them together a lot at Nashville, but they were the two fastest cars coming down to the end of the line. And if it probably weren't for De Papa being stuck in traffic for most of the race, we probably had a good battle between the 76 and the number 6. But alas, that did not happen, and Cyril just drove the fuck away. So, let me say what I want, man. Shit. Now let's take a look through the field. You see Rob, the Scallion Dines. There you see the 2. There you see the 72 of Danielle Rosales coming off a pretty decent finish at Daytona last week. There you go. You see the 7 of Jay Soho taking it 3 wide on Swift and Ray Moore. Ooh, that's going to be Etch-a-Sketch. Sydney Forsman down there too. Now, before I forget, don't forget to watch the onboard highlights. You can witness what it's like to be an S7 Cup Series driver, see what they go through, and see what the fuck these guys have to deal with while driving in these treacherous conditions. Meanwhile, the number 2 making moves on his best friend Donald later. The number 2 very, very elated with that win at Daytona. Did not think he could do it. Had very little faith in himself. But as the laps came down to it, it seemed more and more likely, and he crossed the line in first over Zuzzi. Depending on your political beliefs, you might believe that Zuzzi got robbed, but it is okay. We can have different political beliefs when it comes to that. Meanwhile, Cyril getting a little bit squirrely going into turn number 1, trying to find a way around the number 6. That won't work. And meanwhile, they put over a second on the number 40 of Casey O'Malley. Cyril already getting pretty frustrated with the number 6 just parking it in front of Cyril Valenti. Just hugging that yellow line. That's all he has to do. The bottom lane is pretty dominant here. There really isn't much more of a second groove. The 7 gets into the wall, almost gets into the 4 and the 9 of Nathan Stone. Will keep it clean, but there might be some damage and maybe some more handling issues for that number 7 of Jay's Soho. And this is definitely not the week to have some problems, as they just announced that new sponsorship. Never mind. Hold on. We'll get back to that. The number 45 is slow on the apron coming to pit road. Do we have any news on that? We're hearing low, feeling like he has a tire going down. He is reporting he has a tire going down. That is very unfortunate for the driver, number 45, Nicholas Quinley, starting second row right next to his teammate. Here we got a replay. Let's see if we can see anything. Tire smoke. No, just off the pace, going through the dog leg. Now there is a little bit of debris, maybe that could have been on the dog leg. He didn't go through it there, but maybe a previous lap. You are allowed to actually go beneath the yellow line. There is no double yellow line. If you're new here to stock car racing and to Phoenix ISM Raceway, you can go down there. It's not really a shortcut. I mean, it kinda is, but yeah. There is the onboard. You don't really hear anything. I mean, you couldn't really hear anything at all because I was fucking talking, but I apologize for that, but you couldn't really hear anything. You didn't hear any loud pops. You didn't even see any smoke, so it might have just been a sensory thing. As he comes down pit road, he will come out a full lap down. Very unfortunate for number 45 of Nicholas Quinley, trying to make a good impression, make a good start. Meanwhile, we got our eyes on the number 1 of Jared Evans, and meanwhile his teammate sends it deep on the number 16 of Zuzzi, Mark Zuzzi for Zuzzi Incorporated. These two, number 1 of Jared Evans and the number 00 of Rob the Scallion Dines. It's a they nearly get into each other there going into turn number 1. Number 0 has some mo. Says, I'm sorry, but I gotta go. Racing for 7th, and he's going to take the spot. But as I was saying, these two are a very interesting group. They, Rob the Scaling Dines originally worked at Guitar Center, the same as his not really sponsor. According to him, that sponsor, the Guitar Center sponsor and the Fender sponsor, isn't actually real. He just wanted to put it on the car, and sees this as a great way to just have some fun. He saw the flyers for this series, took out a loan, and decided to go car racing. And went to his friend Jared and said, "Hey, do you wanna race?" He said, "Yeah, sure." And here they are today in Phoenix. Well, we got our eyes on the number 72 of Danielle Rosales, right in front of her teammate, the number 2 of Ryan Ramirez. That's a lot of 2s. Down. And Sydney Forsman coming off a decent finish. I don't know if I mentioned that before. A pretty good finish for her first start at Daytona, especially not being here for the exhibition race at Nashville. Meanwhile, Jose Estala making moves on the number 17 of Donut the Perez. And you know what? We're gonna try something new here. Let's take a listen to what is Donut thinking about.
I love touch and kill. What?
All right, that was pretty weird. Meanwhile, the 76 almost getting into the wall, the number 6 almost getting into the wall as well. They are pulling away 3 seconds off of the number 40 in 3rd place, Casey O'Malley and Henry Dunn. Meanwhile, single file all through the pack, not too disorganized. The 13 will try to make a pass on the number 17. And here is the number 45, a lap down. They did not confirm whether the tire was down. So whatever he was feeling must have been just him. You know, we hear frustrations on the radio of the 76 trying to get past him, but the 6 won't let him by. He might use the resort using the bumper. There he goes to the inside, going into turn 1. They're going to be side by side going down the backstretch. But I don't think the Cyril will get it done. He will. Oh, he's going to dive it into the inside, going into turn 3. Still even. Still at his quarter, coming out of turn 4. Still even going to use that dog leg, try to shortcut him. Still side by side, as you see in the background, Henry Dunn making the pass on the number 40 of Casey O'Malley. And maybe Cyril will make the pass on the number 6. No, the 6 will get the run on the outside. The 6 holding strong. Now, we've talked about it before. The number 76 is a very unknown driver up until now. He won at Nashville in a very dominating fashion, but that wasn't for points. But it is a short track, and he might be showing that short track prowess right now. He's still side by side. They're still side by side. And Cyril's team was just founded not too long before the S7 Cup Series was announced. As the 6 will clear him going out of turn 4. Cyril decided to take up driving in stock car racing, tried to get into Formula 1, wasn't successful, so he resorted to the next best option, which is really nice to think that he thought that the S7 Cup Series was the next best option next to Formula 1. But and he's here now, and he is lighting up the charts, starting in the front row, and already 2 of the first 3 races. Meanwhile, we still got eyes on the 72, that wonderfully bright pink Monster Energy Chevrolet, and she's gonna try to make the pass on the number 1 of Jared Evans for 9th. Meanwhile, the number 7 is moving up through the field. Oh, gets to the wall one more time. You see the damage on that right side of the race car, and around he goes. Sideways goes the number 7. Hard into the wall goes the number 2, and the 13 gets collected. We are under caution here at Phoenix. Oh my gosh. No! The car's destroyed. We just painted that thing. Fuck. Ah, devastated. That rear end is shortened up for the number 2. Unfortunate. Damn it. Oh, poop. Number 13 involved. Nowhere to really go there. We'll get some replays. We were here. The number 7 was loose on entry. Going into turn number 3. Didn't think, but it looked like there that this 10 just didn't give him some grace. Especially coming slow off his backstretch here. Here we go. Here's some replays of the wreck, or the reason why we're under caution. 7 gets into the wall, locks up the brakes a little bit, and the 10 maybe just got to the inside. Didn't anticipate. Oh, the 2 takes a hard lick into the outside wall. Maybe the 10 just didn't anticipate the 7 being that slow. Or the 7 just washing up the racetrack a little bit. I don't know. It's tough to tell whether the 10 got... Oh, just hard licks all around. The 10 got into the number 7 there, going into turn number 3. Meanwhile, the 2 thought he made it by. Let's see. We got an onboard of the number 7. Oh, there's the contact with the wall. Let's hear. Let's listen. Hold on. Oh my goodness. Up on 2 wheels. We're not even going through that fast. Going through turn 3s and 4s. But still, that contact was enough to send the 7 on 2 wheels. Here's the number 2's perspective. Seeing his boss just hit the wall and then go around. Off the nose of the 10. Nowhere to go. Just gets sideswiped and hard lick into the outside wall. There goes the 13. Here's Sydney's point of view. I don't think she touched him. I really don't think she touched him. Just went around on his own. Unfortunate for the S7 group, S7 Cup Motorsports group, and Mark Dunn, that is. Nowhere to go, just trying to get it slowed. But we'll be right back after a brief message from our sponsors.
Some race, huh?
Oh, yeah. You should have seen it. He got just a little bit loose coming off of turn 2. And going down the backstretch, I got right up on his spoiler, and we started off into turn 3. He got loose and just lost it. It's okay. Don't worry. He walked away.
Subway Restaurants, proud sponsor of Greg Biffle and the number 16 Ford car.
And we're back here at Phoenix. There you see the number 7 on pit road making repairs. The number 13 of Mark Dunn and the number 2 involved in that wreck, the reason why we're under caution, did not actually come down pit road. Unfortunately, number 13 doesn't really have a pit crew, so they can't make those repairs. But although they did look at it and they decided that the damage wasn't that consequential, so they elected not to come down pit road. And meanwhile, the 2 just didn't feel like it. According to him, that's just what he didn't feel like. So yeah, the 7, the only car to come down pit road for that wreck, as they come to the 1 to go, and we'll be going green next time by with about 20 to go. The number 6 of Billy DePapa Mac is your leader, followed by the number 76 of Cyril Valenti and Henry Dunn, Casey O'Malley, and the number 20 of Robin Hale. And not too far behind him is the number 5 of Bo Bob Quinley. The number 6 of DePapa is teammate. So not a bad day for Mac & Co. Racing. Joe Berger is there all the way back and around in the late teens, around 20th. Not the greatest day for him, but it's all right. All right, Billy DePapa Mac will lead him to the Geico restart zone, and green flag, we're racing. Once again in the desert, and actually the 76 might have jumped the restart. He beat him to the line. I don't know. That might have to be under review. Meanwhile, I was going to get the lead, and they're 3 wide. Robin Hale to the inside of Henry Dunn and Casey O'Malley. They make it stick. Back to 2 now. And the 76 will drive away with the lead. And we're hearing, yes, we are hearing that restart is under review. Oh, maybe a little bit of contact between the 21 and the 16 of Mark Zuzzi and Jose Estala. 4 wide now with Eric Perez and Jared. Now back to 3, now back to 2. They're 3 wide back there as well. The 7 of Jay Soho, the 2 of Ryan Ramirez, and Nicholas Quinley. Now, Nicholas Quinley is still a lap down. We do not have a Lucky Dog system in the S7 Cup Series, so he will have to earn his lap back the hard way, which is really unfortunate for him. Meanwhile, the number 76 still has the lead, and the number 6 is Angowi. Take a listen.
You gotta tell him, man. He beat me to the line. I wasn't even going in the restart zone before he jumped it. You gotta tell him, man. It's bullshit.
Very frustrated with this. The restart is still under review. Meanwhile, the number 11 of Henry Dunn was trying to make a move on Casey O'Malley. Won't be able to get it done. Get it done. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Through the field, Sidney Forsman still running up decently near the top 10. Meanwhile, the 7 on fresh tires, cutting through the field, already passed a bunch of cars. Oh, you're gonna get maybe stuck 3 wide. Nicholas Quinley trying to take advantage of this restart and get back to the front. He knows he has a fast car. Maybe he would be able to. We'll have to see. See back there, the number 72 of Daniel Rosal is trying to make moves on the 20 and the number 5 of Bo Bob Quinley. Meanwhile, we're hearing from the race directors, no further action. He will be let off with a warning. Probably a good call. I don't want to make him angry. The jury's still out on whether Cyril is part of the Italian mob, so probably a good call until we find that out. But he will get away with a warning. Cyril will remain your leader as he pulls away from the number 6 of Billy the Papa Mac. Meanwhile, he got his teammate and Robin Hale side by side for 6th, with Danielle Rosales stuck on the outside and Jose Estala on the inside. And Mark Zuzzi having a good day today. A heartbreaker at Daytona, but turns it into something, turns lemons into lemonade, and running in 10th. Not bad, definitely not second, but hey, take what you can get here at Phoenix. It's been a long day. Meanwhile, the 6 is going to get stuck to the inside, hopefully trying not to get freight trained, driving the wheels off that thing to stay in front of the 20, hold on to this top 5. Meanwhile, Jay Soho has run back up to the 10th, to 11th, I believe that was. Now Cyril putting in the laps, already almost half a second in front of Billy DePapa Mac. Oh, there you see the 45 trying to use the bumper to the 7. Won't get it done. 3 wide coming out of turn 4 for the 16. Mark Zuzzi, Robin Hale, and Jose Estala, and Jared looking to join the party. The 7 with much fresher tires, and you can see from the side, they did a pretty good job fixing that race car. He is fast. Now, he was fastest in practice as Jared sends it to the inside of the 20, almost turning him straight up. 3 wide as they come out of 4. And Jay Soho will get the better of that 2-for-1 deal. Now, to the inside, we'll make the pass on Mark Zuzzi. That 7 car is flying. That is not glazed. Look at the fucking, look at him. He's already in top 10. God damn. Oh, sending it deep into Danielle Rosales. Barely able to keep it under control. Driving like a man possessed. Sydney Forsman made a move on the 45. We're hearing chatter on the radio. Everyone's frustrated with the 45. He is a lap down, and he doesn't have to lay over. He's allowed to exist on the racetrack right now. He can pass people. He can race people any way he wants. So it's really not his fault. But people are still going to get frustrated with him either way. Meanwhile, the number 6 is still frustrated, of course, with the S7 Cup Series race directors. You know what? I'm still gonna stick with. I know it might be biased, but I'm still gonna stick with the decision made by the S7 Cup Series race directors and officials. We do not. Now the rule is it is race leader's discretion on when he chooses to go in that Geico restart zone. You're gonna see it right there. So maybe the 6 just didn't get a good start. Now the jury's we're still looking in the rule book for whether it is legal to beat the leader to the start finish line. That has been a rule in other stock car racing series, but we're not sure if we've covered that yet. We pretty much covered all of NASCAR's rules and added on to them a bit and taken away some stupid ones. Meanwhile, the 11 of Henry Dunn making a move on the 40 of Casey the Beast O'Malley. The 00 looking to join the party, trying to get a little greedy. Meanwhile, the 7 has driven up to 6th. You see him there in the background for a second. Henry Dunn will get the move done, just like his name. Holy shit. And Rob the Scallion Dines will go to the inside, lose. Ooh, 40 undecisive of whether he was clear or not, but he is clear now. As we come down to it, inside 5 to go. The 76 has put half a second on the number 6 of Billy DePapa Mac. Very frustrating, I can imagine. We'll be looking at that, and we'll set it. We'll be looking in the rule book after this race and we'll set a precedent next time. I do believe we will penalize him if he does beat him to the start finish, which that's what that warning is for. So yeah. Meanwhile, the 00 making a move, making the pass on the number 40 of Casey O'Malley. Meanwhile, the 76 down the backstretch, still minding the gap to Billy the Papa Mac, and will take the white flag. One more lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Stank for Cyril Valenti once again. Seriously, what the fuck is Credit One Stank? Why is it doing that? Now down the backstretch for the final time in the desert of Phoenix, Arizona, through turns 3 and 4, and Cyril Valenti is a Soho and Cars S7 Cup Series winner. What a drive for the 6 and the 76. The 76 was able to keep up with him, and they put a second on the field. It'll be a very controversial win, but it is a win nonetheless. Sometimes you rather be lucky than good. And, well, Cyril is both. And he is probably now a favorite to win the championship, as he has shown some masterful driving skills. Anyways, they're going to pull in a pit road for post-race inspection. Let's take a look at your unofficial results for today's race. And for the first time this season, the points. Look, man, I'm sorry. I just slipped up. I'm sorry. Okay. I gotta do this. Okay. We'll talk about it after. Okay. Cyril Valenti wins a short track slugfest. That's a lot of S's. In second comes Billy the Papa Mac, very frustrated with race control. He is actually marching down to the S7 Cup Series hauler. Very not happy. But it's better than having the Italian mob mad at you. I'm sure he'll understand. So anyway, in third comes Henry Dunn, a valiant drive to the front after starting 6th. Rob the Scallion Dines finishes right behind him, and in rounding out the top 5, Casey the Beast O'Malley, and in 6th after crashing with about 20 to go, Jay Soho drives it up to 6th on fresh tires. I guess those fresh tires really did the job. Behind him, the number 5 of Bob Quinley. In 7th, Danielle Rosales gets another top 10, if I'm remembering correctly. Behind him, Mark Zuzzi. It's not first, but it is a worthy drive for him in 9th. And Jared Evans actually beating the mid allegations, even though it is the second start. I started the mid allegations, and I'm gonna continue the mid allegations. He is mid, but he rounds out the top 10. Now here's your rest of your field. Joe Berger just barely misses out on a top 10. Sidney Forsman also barely misses out on another top 10. A very good start for the season nonetheless. Robin Hale finishing 13th, not great after finishing 3rd at Daytona. Nathan Stone finishes 14th, and rounding out the top 15, Jose Estala. And behind him, Eric the Donut the Perez. A decent effort for him, not too bad after Daytona. And behind him, his teammate Swift to Quill. I learned how to say it this time. And behind him, the number 8 of Ray Moore, a very rough start to the season, finishing way back in the pack at Daytona, and still finishing way back in the pack at Phoenix. And right behind him, the 2 that were involved in the wreck that weren't able to go anywhere, and oddly enough, didn't come down pit road for some reason. Well, I'm talking about Ryan. Ryan, last week's winner, finishes 19th. A very rough weekend for him. And behind him, Mark Dunn as well. And unfortunately, after starting on the second row, Nicholas Quinley just felt the wrong thing and came down pit road. Finishes a lap down in 21st. All right, let's take a look at your points. For the first time this season, none other than Cyril Valenti is leading the points. Followed quickly by Casey the Beast O'Malley putting up some good finishes in the first 2 races so far. Mark Zuzzi in 3rd, of course, brings it home top 10 and brought it home 2nd last week. So he is in a worthy 3rd place. Bob Quinley makes a surprise appearance actually in 5th. I don't think he had a good race in Daytona. I'll have to check back, but he did have a pretty good race here at Phoenix, putting him in 4th. And Jared Evans, I guess he's here in rounding out the top 5. I guess, man, I guess. Henry Dunn in 6th now for Dunn Motorsports. Not bad at all for him. Robin Hale, after finishing 3rd at Daytona, is now 7th after finishing, I think, just outside the top 10 today. Danielle Rosales getting another top 10, bringing it in 8th, holding it in 8th. And Rob the Scallion Dines just right behind her in 9th. And rounding out the top 10 in points for your Daytona winner, Ryan Ramirez. Not a very good points a day for him. And there is the rest of the field. Billy the Papa Mac, after finishing 2nd today, is only 11th. Did not finish good at Daytona, unfortunately, so that is what is holding him back. Sidney Forsman in a worthy 12th place in the points. Eric Perez, the Donut Theolator, he is currently sitting 13th. Pretty average finishes, not the greatest, lower half of the field in both Daytona and today at ISM Raceway. Jay Soho brings it home in 14th in points after finishing dead last week and finishing top 10. Joe Berger is in 15th, rounding out your top 15 after having not a great finish at Daytona as well, but having a pretty okay finish. Nathan Stone is just above the cut line for the Soho and Cars S2 Cup Series. Remember, the bottom 5 cars in points at the end of the season will be sent down to the S2 Cup Series. And now let's get into the bottom 5. Soho and Cars Soho Racing Incorporated. Sorry, there's a lot of Sohos in this. Swift is just below the cut line at 22, just 2 points below the cut line from Nathan Stone. And Mark Dunn, another not great finish for him in 18th. Jose Estala, pretty okay finish, will not get you that high. 2 in a row okay finishes for Jose Estala in 19th. And Ray Moore in 20th, only having 16 points, only scoring 8 points in both races. Not good for him. He's going to have to step it up if he wants to be even in contention for this championship or to get into season 2 of the S7 Cup Series. And of course, Nicholas Quinley, not a good day at all for him. Dead last in the points. Not a great day, but he has plenty of races to make it back up, so we'll just have to see. All right, as Cyril comes around to burn it down, I'd like to thank you all for watching this race with Soho and Cars, us folks at Soho and Cars. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you like. That would be really nice if you did. My name is Jaden Soho, and we'll see you next week at Las Vegas, a very fast racetrack. This is where the true test of the front runners will be at. So we'll see you there.